trust me if you must, but know that I can't trust myself. This story is never ending. Everything at play, the landscape, mind bending.
You fucking what, mate?
My man!
Well, hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing today? Hope everybody's well. What's up? Hey dog, Eric, Rumin, thanks for the awesome Kitty Pride guide video. You're very welcome. Any battle is more interesting than arena? Yeah, except I'm having trouble finding matches all the time. I tried to find a match this morning as well for about half an hour, and I didn't get any. So I might try and find one match before end of the stream or something, but I also need to grind some arena because I need to get the units and stuff. I understand what you mean. I enjoy battlegrounds obviously a lot more than I do arena as well. But well, yeah, first of all, there is the issue with matching. Second of all, in mornings I play like rubbish, but I still wanted to give it a go for one fight. But it's fine, and yeah, arena also needs to be grinded. I get what you mean completely though, and I agree with you. Battlegrounds is in fact far more interesting. Call Legacy. Don't have his number. What's up, Ankit? Oh crap, sis. But yeah, those units are not gonna earn themselves either. Can I curse the collector because of the challenger? Yeah, collector is pain. Collector is a pain. But how's everybody this morning? How's everybody this morning? Still in good spirits? Don't worry, I'll definitely stream Battlegrounds later today. I'll definitely try to stream Battlegrounds again. I'll definitely try and do that. I actually did switch my deck around a bit too. I'm gonna try out a few different champions. And I took out a few champions that I wasn't quite overly happy with personally. How long do you play every day? Actually, not that much. I mean, I used to play less, now I can start playing a bit more. Like, full disclosure there. What's up, Avinash? Sticky? Sticky what? So my uncle forgot to pay the water bill, so our water has been turned off and I was working in the kitchen today. Excellent. Oh. Oh. Oh, that sucks, Eric. That sucks. Tried about 7.4 now? Yeah, I don't think I want skill 1 either. I think I don't want skill 1. Bet you smell lush? Oh, yeah. Well, do you know how long till your water gets back on? You can go to the gym and have a shower. It's a good old trick. I think. Go down to the gym. What's up, Drew? Used one account with base rating 250 and very bad. 1720. Nice, Ben. Very good job. 1.7. If you get 1.7, that means you're already kind of doing good. Doing well, I think. Midday tomorrow. So what you can do till then? I think, where can you get public showers? Midday today. Oh, that's fine then. Midday today. It's not too bad then. That's not too bad then. Come on, let's... Man, Warlock's been such a beast. Warlock's been such a beast. In Battlegrounds, I mean. Warlock is a bit of a battleground bestie. 2:30 a.m. We'll see past noon is tomorrow. Fair play. Fair play. Makes sense. What's up, Tommy? How are you doing? How are you doing, Tommy? We need to get as many... I wouldn't be rushing with units as much as I am now if I would know how much would 7.4 offer cost. I don't want to spend much money on that. It's like... I think I can get to about 10k units before 7.4 comes out. I think. How would the rank for Ultrons in Valorant? I think rank for Ultron would do quite well. Well, no, you can't judge. Valorant clearly shows which champions are good. You need to be more specific, but Valorant clearly show you which champions are good for this node or meta, basically. There is kind of like a butterfly effect, because there are tons of champions that are ruined by masochism, which means that you do not really want to place them. Then because those champions are not present, different champions fill their spaces, counters for the things that are in there. It's very hard to explain, but for instance, it's going to look vastly different with every node. There are going to be some kind of universal annoyances though. I got 5k saved up. I don't see how the offer will be 10k. I wouldn't be surprised if it is though. That's the thing. I wouldn't be surprised if it is 10. I wouldn't be surprised if it is 10. You're still third in leaderboard. Well, one of the top 2 guys is a hacker. Or a cheater. Whatever. And yeah, McKins is in front of me. But hey, nice. I'm still on leaderboard. What's up, Accelerate? One of those champs is just useful. Yeah, Warlock is just such a beast, man. So funny. Warlock is so good. Still in Korean grind. Start Korean's challenger. Next opponent's Havoc. Are you doing well too? Yeah, I'm doing alright. And best of luck to you in Koreanas, man. Best of luck to you in Koreanas. Koreanas challenger was the hardest one. I'll definitely go with that. Man, Mo is such a Balgran's beast. Mo is such a filthy little beast. Yeah, the second place guy definitely is cheating. He's been reported by a lot of people, and I think I heard a whisper where he might get banned from that game mode permanently. That's pretty good for the run, but I remember why I hate her. The dashback room. Yeah, I have never been the biggest fan of Monix now. Why am I up at 4:40 a.m? I do not know why, but hey, welcome to the stream, Slay. How have you been enjoying Valorant, Slay? I think I saw you quite high up there in leaderboards too at some point. I didn't check this morning to see where you're at, but I think yesterday you were in top 30. Oh crap, no, I hate when she does that. You're supposed to jump further, higher, stronger. Speaking of Ultron, my rank 3 is about to take a Domino mini-boss and Hard Knock at Boss Island. Very good. Very good. Attack-wise at least, like APOC without building. Dark Smalish. Attack-wise, like APOC without building or white mugs. And just like hard hitters. Yeah, that's the thing. I think I just took APOC out of my deck. Maybe I'll put him back in, but I won't try without him. Because I pretty much never pick him. Pretty much never, ever pick him. OBGs. Lost a couple of times because I wasn't sober. It's with Karate Mike, actually. Thankfully, it's still in top 100. Nice. Good job, man. So, very good to see people kind of like trying to push. And, man, it is just so addictive and so exhilarating when you play against other really, really good players and you get the W. You're just, So, Epoc's a great defender. Again, with two charges on defense on APOC, he's not really that bad. Because you can parry him, Right, he's not that good of a defender now, is he? Like, I have never particularly struggled. Nimrod nukes him down. Warlock can nuke him. Then you can use Diablo. Easy W there as well. And I don't know, I just never feared APOC. I never feared APOC, really. I mean, if I'd see rank 4 APOC, I'd ban him, but... yeah. Ghost can nuke him down. That's why I started first. That's fine, that's fine. I'm sure you have your reasons, but yeah, Karin Challengers is definitely the roughest one. I mean, APOC on paper should be really good for this because he bypasses masochism and all that, but even with that, offensively, he's, you know, unless against Mutant, he's just too slow. And then as a defender, I don't know, I don't find him too scary. Oh yeah, I also like to put rank 4 Herc on defense. Especially against guys that do not run Liquid Courage Double Edge. Because Herc's a beefy boy. At rank 4, and that immortality can stall them longer. Herc is like, niet. APOC's fine versus mutants, actually. Yeah, I know, but again, versus mutants, I get it. But there aren't many mutants that I really want to use him over Warlock or Nimrod or somebody else. So I don't know. I don't think I drafted APOC one time, or maybe I did like once. APOC against Chavez a lot. Oh, that kind of makes sense. My personal MVP has been Omega Red. Yeah, Omega Red is, for this game mode, I kind of wish I had the rank 3 Omega Red. I don't want to run a 5-star one. Can I read your last? Yeah, sure I can. Sorry if I'm missing it. But yeah, for this game mode, I kind of wish I had Omega Red. But I'm not gonna sig him up and rank him all the way. Okay, KDM debating to it, and I just seem basically I'm doing a complete path. I still need to. On Symbiote 1, I do not recommend completing the path, I think. I think on other 2 you have to, so you might as well do different paths. But on Symbiote 1, I don't think it's worth it. Because it's very cheap to get to the goblin, comparatively speaking. And you're gonna use so many items if you try to take down Collector. Where's Tommy Nash's? Second place. Oh. Hey dude, that list you made where you showed all the champs you used the most in Battlegrounds, was it in game? Or... you can find it in game. That somebody pointed to me in comments. What I did is... Okay, I'll show you there. What I did is... I took screenshots from when I'm building the deck in Battlegrounds. So when you're building the deck, I just took these screenshots and I cut them and stick it together. But then it turns out you can press on this arrow and you can see kind of much better here when you press on this arrow. So I have made definitely some changes. I put Overseer back in. I put Ultron back in. And did something else, forgot. I'll do this. Ready? I'm debating that one. Okay, I read that one. Timing out with APOC without suicides. Yeah, and the thing is, APOC with suicides as well, you do take quite a bit of damage with him. So I'm not the biggest fan of him. Killmonger and Korg are immediate bans for me. Yeah, Killmonger is so scary. I don't ban him because I have brought in champions that deal with him, but he's a one scary motherflicker. Killmonger got me wrecked. I actually have not fought a single Korg yet. I don't mind Korgs too much though. Doable. Definitely doable. I can't wait for new node in Battlegrounds now. Because we're only gonna have like, I think 2 weeks uptime? Downtime? 1 or 2 weeks downtime. When this goes away, we're either gonna have 1 or 2 weeks downtime. Or probably most likely something in between 1 and 2 weeks. Because let's take a look at calendar. So it goes away on 21st, right? But 23rd we get 7.4 and then we're gonna play 7.4 for a few days and stuff. And the update comes out on 4th or 5th. So we're only gonna have like 2 weeks downtime, I think, on Battlegrounds. The rank 3 rank up. Thoughts on Strife with the rank 3 rank up? I actually duped my Strife 2 days ago. So now I don't feel as bad about having rank 3 Strife. But my thoughts is that I don't know if I will use him much. He's kind of like, I don't know. He's definitely not a champion I really want to use day to day. And I don't know. We'll see what happens, Strife. But it's not a champion I really would have ranked up otherwise. But I didn't have too many mutants that I wanted to rank to begin with, so I'm kind of okay with that. Like, yeah. But definitely not a rank up that I would kind of recommend to everybody willy-nilly. But then again, everybody knows I'm not necessarily the biggest Strife fan. Not necessarily the biggest Strife homeboy. We could choose our own presets of nodes. No, I kind of like the idea that they put a node on and we need to adjust our decks and everything else for it. It's just, you know, I hope they keep changing it fairly frequently. So I confirmed from Tip that those who are still facing the disconnect issues have to wait for the next beta. Ah, that sucks. Sorry to hear, man. Happy Holly. Well, hello there, Nutshell World. Are we doing well? And look at that big boy man thing. Look at that big boy man thing here. What's up, K-Dog? How are you doing? I'm gonna let this thing expire. Oh no. Oh no, look what you made me do. Hey, where's your fury? Some of the showdown choices were available for tactics. Were they? I don't think so. Is IBOM overrated? I don't think. IBOM? It depends how highly you think everybody well is IBOM. I think I'm not the biggest IBOM fan, I'll openly admit to that. But I do think IBOM definitely has its uses. So it's kind of hard to say if you would call it overrated or not. We need to get to 6 mil here, then we need to start getting some units in small arenas. Man, how many units are in like all the milestones in every arena combined? Does anybody remember how many units you can get if you do all the milestones? Like in featured, basic, and the 4-star arena. When you get anything that should have option balance, you can spectate your opponent's match when finished. That would be nice, yes. Or watch fight replays afterwards. I think that would be the coolest thing ever. If after the match you would be able to watch the replays. Like full fights of the opponent. But yeah, spectates or replays and stuff like that would be good. Guilty in 2099 is good defender, yes. Almost 500. IT then. We need to get them 500 units. I need to get all the units. It is buzzing this morning. Good pace at the moment. Am I in a good place? I don't know. And you know, Battlegrounds just made me a bit happy. A bit happier. You know, it also made me quite happy realizing that I'm not completely awful at this game. I know a lot of people don't really believe me, but I genuinely don't think of myself as a particularly great of a player. Let me be more specific. I do understand that I do think I have a very good understanding of the game. I do think that I also have managed to, you know, build a good account. But I have never particularly thought of myself as extremely kind of like skilled or whatever else. And I still don't. I really don't. I think I play far worse than I should. But it's been fun to compete with the strongest guys. That's LC? I think so, yeah. Yeah, it is LC. It is LC. Friday, everyone should be happy. Yeah, Friday, everybody should be happy. But yeah, no. I'm not gonna say it was like a confidence boost, but it was definitely kind of, again, one of those, good moments, you know, when I realized that I can, at the moment very least. Because obviously it's gonna be much harder later on to fight for something like top 10 or something. But at the moment, even now, being able to kind of like compete with all of those amazingly gifted players. It's been good. It's been good. That kind of cheered me up for sure. Because yeah, I genuinely, you know, don't think I'm like all that good at the game. You guys see me mess up plenty every day, right? Like my own moderators consistently tell me that I suck, right? 6 miles good, unduped. I would not rank unduped. He can still do the cheese things, it's just he has very little to no damage then. Not one of the best. VGs has really helped me to learn fight some hard defenders. Nice, very good, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I have figured out also some matchups that, you know, I did not know before. Thanks, Chels. Right, let's pew that. Morning, guys. And you have on better. Oh yeah, I definitely have a positive win-loss ratio against Bero. But Bero is very, very good player too. The guy that cleared LOL with the 4-star gun thinks he isn't skilled. Yes. I do. Like, that's correct, sir. I don't know. I'm just very self-critical, I suppose. I don't know why I hesitated there. They kind of expected it to be shrugged off, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna get to 7.5 million in this one today. And then... So why are special trees keep such a bad thing in content with timers? timers are paused during... No, timers are not paused during special 3s. Only in-fight timers are paused in special 3s, but not the total fight duration timer. Special 3 still still takes time. Like, if you have 1 minute left in a fight and you special 3 and you go out to the special 3, you're gonna have like 40 seconds or whatever. Timers are not paused. Only timers that are paused are like the durations of your fury buffs, weaknesses, and stuff like that. But the actual kind of fight duration timers are never paused. When is Omega Arena? I do not know. Thanks, Alex. But wait, Omega Sentinel Arena, you mean? Okay, so we just started in 2 weeks from now. In 2 weeks, that's when it is. Next week. So this arena, basically 2 rounds start. So now we have the Captain Britain one, right? So we have the Captain Britain that started on 17th. 24th is some random champion, and 31st is Omega Sentinel Arena. 31st. I'm not grinding it though. Arena is just too much, and this arena in particular is gonna be insane. This arena in particular is gonna be insane. Just gonna be cray cray. Come on there, Lil. I need some more 6 on my penny, and we're ballin'. Will be a bloodbath. That Omega Sentinel Arena is going to be a bloodbath. You're absolutely correct. You are 100% absolutely correct. So I have to 100% in 7 days. I'm just going for the 5-star. Well, best of luck to you. Best of luck to you. And yeah, I'll probably grab a 5-star Omega Sentinel as well. Maybe. I'll open some crystals, so hopefully I can pull something. I need to make Omega Sentinel cow fund already. I need to make Omega Sentinel cow fund because I really want that champion and I ain't grinding arena. Oh crap, I forgot about it. I need to go for level 2. No biggie. We can make Omega Sentinel cow fund. Nah, that'd be too stupid. Ooh. There we go. Been facing some people from the top alliances and have been winning against them in battlegrounds. Feels like a lot of validation. Yeah, I bet. I completely agree. I feel immediately validated when I can win against, you know, some of the players that I know are amazing players, that I know are amazingly skilled. Hi from Armenia. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing well in Armenia. You know what feels absolutely shit, though? I'll tell you what feels absolutely shit. When you face somebody with, I don't know, 1 million hero base rating, and he beats all your opponents with 5 stars in 20 seconds. That does not feel too great. I'll be happy with the 5-6 class types. Which gem you do not want? Well, don't rank your Ultron yet, then rank your Ultron after you do 7.4. That's what I'd recommend. That's what I would recommend anyways. You know, 7.4 comes out in under a week. Is it that hard to hold your catalysts for 1 week? What's up, Luke? How are you doing? $8,500 units. At the moment, I generally hate battlegrounds. Why? Because of the connection issues and bugs? Is it because of connection issues and bugs? Let's go, my freshly duped Strifer. My little baby Strife. Yeah, the disconnect thing, obviously, if you're still suffering from it, it can be very annoying. I'm not gonna say anything about it, because it's just stupid. But here's the thing. This beta is gonna go away on Monday, the 21st. Then we're gonna have no battlegrounds for 2 weeks. And then we're getting it back for an entire month. So it's gonna be quite cool. That's gonna be quite cool. By the way, check out this crossbones. Big clap. Very good. Oh, Sam is coming in with a tenner. Thank you very much, man. Very generous. Very generous. And look at that Messiah dancing man showing up. I'm glad that you're still dancing. I'm glad that you're still dancing. What's up, Messiah? How are you doing? Drive your new buddy? No, drive not to.
Shut up
my
and
new
take
buddy.
my money.
Thanks,
Sam on
Sam.
$10.
But yeah, the network issue thing is obviously very real. Mojo is a bit of a beast. Mojo is a bit of a beast. Here we go. I will try to find, I think, one match before the end of the stream. I think I'll try to find one match before end of the stream. Just FYI, guys. But yeah, it's been very hard for me to matchmake. It really has been. I just can't find matches half the time now. Which sucks. It definitely is taking some of the enjoyment away. It's very hard to find matches. Yesterday I was looking for one match for over 2 hours. And then I started my evening stream. And in my evening stream, again, it took me half an hour to get one match. And then I just gave up. I complete 7.4. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do it in 24 hours, but I'll do it quite quickly. I'll do it quickly, yes. Maybe 24 hours? Probably 24. I don't know, but I'll be ready and I'll be completing it and exploring it. Fast. Well, truth be told, I already have done 7.4, pretty much 100% in the beta. Except I have never fought Kang. But in the beta, I did explore 7.4 completely. In the beta, I did 100% of it. Come on. There we go. So I need to get here 7.5 million. Need to jump to the other arena. And I need them units, boys. I need them units. We're working on a budget here. Hey Messiah, since you're grinding for Omega Sentinel, if you're still here, I'm looking for generous benefactors for Omega Sentinel Cab crystal openings. I'll definitely try some crystals for her. But obviously I really want Omega Sentinel because I really like her as a character. I do have Tech Awakening gem, and I would rank 3 or 4 her possibly. But I definitely want to get her. So I'm quite fearful for when Omega Sentinel is gonna arrive in the game, Because I just might do some stupid things and regret them later. But I'm definitely not grinding anymore for it. I'm definitely done grinding. Okay. I like this thing with Mr. Negative where you can go for kind of 2 combos in a row. It's quite fun. Or pretty much more than that even. Yeah. The Omega Sentinel looks so cool as well. The pictures and all. Don't you think? He's a little robot villain. Ah, such a sweetie. Such a sweetie. And the thing about Omega Sentinel is she's not going to be next featured as well. If she wasn't next featured, you know, I'd be a bit more chill. What was the max units with the deals we could spend on Cyber Weekend? I think it was around 21,000 or 24,000, something like that, yes. That was the max you could spend. But yeah, I do want to get quite a lot of units for those deals too. But I have a good feeling that spring cleaning is probably going to help people get some extra units, because spring cleaning, they do not typically have the unit bundles, they only have the cash offers. So after spring cleaning, a lot of people do typically have quite a lot of extra units. Is there leaderboard rewards for Battlegrounds? There will be some sort of reward system. At the moment there are none, but I think when they come back next month there probably will be. If not, then definitely when they come back permanently there will be rewards based on your rankings in Battlegrounds, yes. Just not right now. You really want that Omega? Yeah, I really want that Omega. I really want that Omega Sentinel. I really, truly do. I really, really do. Come on, sassy boy. I like Sassy when he mitigates all damage from any and every source. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Joe Fixit is also quite good for Battlegrounds, by the way. A lot of people don't know that, but he's quite freaking good. It would be even better if it wouldn't be masochism there. But Joe is a bit of a entrepreneur when it comes to bleeding out opponents. Stop twisted. Do. We need to get another 410,000 points, and then we can jump on the other arena and get some points there. As many as we can. All of them. I'd say all of the points. Need to get all the milestones. All of them. Will be good. I need higher sig level on my khun. How many living abyss he puts on a max sig? It's like 20 or something like that, isn't it? Let me check out now. No. Cosmic. Where is the Witcher? Max 15. Okay. 15 is the max one. Still good. Every 13 signature levels. So I might give... Okay, just come at me, boy. I don't even care. Hey, how did you inflict armor break if you were glanced? Kind of curious now. Cleaning the kitchen has got to be the worst room in the house to do, right? Well, it depends what's your relationship with human feces and urine. But yeah, kitchen's up there. Kitchen's definitely up there. I'd say top 2 easily. I'd say top 2 easily. Can you drop with points in Malgram while not playing. No, you only lose points when you get defeated. However, obviously, you lose rankings typically because people will overtake you if you stop playing. Does anyone know what EDK means? I do know what it means, yes. Absolutely. It means that I am not entirely certain what you are talking about. But yeah, that was quite bad. That was quite cringeworthy. Man, Mysterio not Mysterio, man, Diablo has been putting in work. Come on. Why do you hit me? Why do you hit me? Why can't we just live in peace? Why can't we live in peace? Oh, Null is coming to basic crystals quite soon, by the way. 22nd-ish. So next week. Next week, Null is coming to basics. Interesting. Who's the rank 4 between Professor X, Colossus? Are we talking 5 or 6 stars here? Are we talking 5 or 6 stars here? But most of those are amazing choices. I'd probably start with, if you can play Ghost, probably Ghost. Otherwise, Kingpin or Torch. Or Warlock. 6 star. Oh, 6 star rank 4. Well, how much you care about prestige? How much you care about prestige? I think Warlock is up there. I think Warlock, Kingpin would be my most likely 2 options. For me. Warlock or Kingpin. For me anyways. If you disagree, I can see that either, you know. All of them are good champions. What's up, and your mama? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Okay, so we have gotten the points needed. Not really big on IQ, so I want someone that has the utility in damage to justify rank. I'd actually go with rank Warlock, honestly. I think I'd go with Warlock, most likely. Or Kingpin, but probably Warlock. How am I today? Yeah, I'm quite alright. Not complaining. Mr. Dr. Doom. Definitely worth a slap. Okay, fine.
One word and I hit you again.
I'm telling Mother.
Go. Tell her.
What's up, Andy? Still managing to get up early a few times a week. My motivation being to take my son to school. Thanks again for your help and advice, man. You're welcome, Andy. And I'm definitely glad that I could be of help. And yeah, here's the thing, you know, this is coming from somebody who's extremely self-critical. Like, I don't think there is a human being alive that dislikes and hates myself more than I do. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I do see positives about myself, but I'm very well aware of my own indiscretions, weaknesses, and, you know, despicable choices and shit like that. Because, you know, I know myself the best. I know every single bad thing that I have done. And here's the thing. You're never going to get it work all the time. And you're going to mess it up. But I think the key, at least one of the keys there for me, is that I understand, you know, when I fuck up. And I don't let that bring myself down not to try and do the same thing again the next day. I might screw it up again. But I will try it again. You know what I mean? For instance, someday you feel like really shit, you don't do something you were planning to do in morning and stuff like that. But, you know, I'll still wake up tomorrow and I'll do my best to try again. Mission achieved, received the KT slap. Congratulations. Okay, build a model of Himalayas. My friend asked me, oh. Fuck off, man. Remember the red button days? Too much catching up now. Left last June and now I don't know. I'm sure you will catch up though. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Don't be too harsh on yourself. One bit at a time. One bit at a time. Whew. Right. Left. Let's get a couple of milestones in this arena. Alright, falter. Forgotten falter. Stupid professor. But yeah, 7.4. There's going to be one new rank 4. The problem is I'm not going to be able to get another new rank 4 with 7.4 rewards unless there are quite a lot of fragments in the unit offer thing. Still, 3 months, not one. How you hit, about how you can. It's an overused saying, but that's pretty much it. Because here's the hard truth of life. You know, if we would have full set of information on every human being, we would understand how much every single one of us suck. How many things we have done wrong and how many bad choices we have made. I don't know a single person that, you know, not only doesn't have something they dislike about themselves or regret doing, but a ton of shit. And because we know ourselves the best, you know, it's easiest for us also to kind of get lost in that. I'm sure, Andy, like, if somebody would mention nothing positive about you and only tell me every single bad decision you have made, you'd appear like as a complete monster as a human being to vast majority of the people. And it's the same thing about me. You know, I've done plenty bad things. I've done a lot of good things. Somewhere in the mix, you know, it forms who you are. But there's, I think, more than fair share of bad crap in all of us. That's not to say that we should just give in to that and, you know, do nothing about it and walk around our day just going like, yeah, I suck. Okay, no. Obviously need to try and do better, but fact is that we all do kind of suck a lot of times. No, things might change with going over your 7.4 beta experience. Was it more or less? Yeah, it was pretty much 7.3. It was pretty much the same as 7.3. There were some paradox lanes, couple that were very annoying, many that were cheesable. I think 7.4 had borderline the same or even more cheesable lanes than 7.3. And, you know, then there were just some annoying lanes. That's about it. I never fought Kang, though, so I don't know how that is going to be. But yeah, 7.4 is pretty much the same as 7.3. Do you think Soul lives on after death? I don't know, but I think it's worth living, believing it does. You know, the truth is, you know, none of us really know what happens. Or at least we shouldn't, I guess. But the point is, the point of the whole soul and faith and heaven on earth conversation, it's not necessarily as a... People like to look at those things as some sort of reward for well-lived life. I look at it more of as a motivation to live your life well. And I think at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. If I have lived my life the way that I believe that, you know, I have a relatively good soul, or I would make it, you know, in the heaven, then that's a life well lived. If I have lived my life where I fear going downstairs after my death, then I clearly have some changes to be made in my life. I think that's the base point of it. It doesn't really matter what happens. Something happens, nothing happens. What I do know for a fact that the things that you have done in your life do stay behind you. If you have helped people, then even after you're dead, those people can remember you and those lives have been changed. And if you have hurt people, even if after you're dead, those people still have been hurt by you. You know what I mean? So, I don't care. No, I do understand what you mean, heaven or hell or soul. It's a similar thing about the souls kind of thing, the way I look at it. I just think most of that stuff is just a very, you know, decent way how to motivate people to be better versions of themselves. And yeah, in general, I just look at things as there is a very simplified way. Like, obviously, life's tricky, but when something confuses me, and if I can't wrap my head around something, you know, more complex, I look at things as a net positive or net negative. That's it. Like, for instance, I don't know, we talk TikTok. I believe TikTok is 100% a net negative to the universe and to the world. I think burn it all down, you know, no need. It's doing far more harm to teenager emotional health and to intelligence and trends and general social norms and behavior. Burn it the fuck down. You know, there are always positives and negatives to many things in life, pretty much everything. But ultimately, I kind of think which side outweighs the other one, and then I kind of form my opinions about things quite often, especially if it's a tricky subject or a complex situation. Another way, the conscious stays alive after death. I don't know. Here's what I do believe, though. I do believe if we were meant to be certain of it, we would be by now. And maybe someday we will be. But I don't need to know that. I'm perfectly satisfied with the way things are right now. Whether something becomes of me afterwards or nothing, I don't think that's the point that we should be worried about. Either way, let's keep on clapping these Marvel superheroes. Let's keep on clapping all of them. No kidding, man. Throughout history. Well, that's actually a very funny conversation, because I do not necessarily think that this is the best time to be alive and to be human right now. It is the most convenient time, 100%. But I don't think we as a humanity, or at the very least very large parts of the planet, are not any happier than they were 20 or 30 years ago. Now, obviously, it might be still with the glasses of nostalgia and things like that, but think kind of like 80s, 90s, up until 2000, maybe very early 2000, I think words mattered. I think people were, were not so overly sensitive. And I think all of the social media and stuff like that, and all this dramatization of every single event in the world, and this tribalism that is happening right now is genuinely making Western population miserable. I obviously can't speak for populations in, countries I have very little idea about, but I think people of the Europe and Americas and many other developed places in the world have easier life than they have ever had, but at the same time, it's emotionally much more damaging, and I think we as humans are not growing and forming ourselves properly anymore because of social media, because of all this fakeness and drama, and the fact that conversations are being discouraged, and if you don't think the way I do, then I hate you, and nothing you say matters because you're a sheep or one thing or another. And I think that what's the best way to put it? I think too much information in a sense has been a bad thing, or I should say that there have been very clever people that have learned how to manipulate people with these algorithms and everything else. I'm never for limiting access to information, but I would be against shoving purposely agendized views on people. I think if there is demand for it, go for it, but people should want it. Right now, it's being shouted down to us whether we want it or not, and it's always one-sided. Because on every issue, this is right, this is wrong, and it's not decided by us. It's decided by some random dude in some, Silicon Valley office or wherever they are, and we're not really able to form opinions about this. Like, for fuck's sake, 2 months ago or 3 months ago, in like places, they were forcing kids to eat outside because of COVID. And nobody's looking back and thinking that was a bit fucking weird. It's like, last 2 variants, the vaccines didn't fucking stop the spread at all. Then they started insisting on vaccinating kids, and then if your kid was unvaccinated, and in many cases, not because you didn't want to vaccinate it, because you couldn't have, because there were not approved vaccines for it, or they were too young, or whatever, they were fucking forced to eat outside of the fucking, and while to eat at a restaurant. Or stay outside. Like, so many things have been so fucking wrong, and we just move past it as if nothing happened. And we have been, as a global community, so horrible to each other about the shit that we know now was A, irrelevant, or B, misleading, or C, wrong now. And most of the people still, don't have the common decency to backtrack, apologize, realize what was wrong. They still think that they did the right thing, or they still pretend that, everything's fine. The fact that it's not, everything that we can talk about now, aside from obviously Ukraine things and a few other, it's very fucking baffling. We were so horrible to each other. I mean, starting from fucking flight attendants who were starting to behave as bitches, then going to fucking, airplane passengers and fucking waits. Everything's like, we were so mean and horrible and nasty to each other. And virtually all of it was bullshit. Like the whole mask situation in the restaurants in the first place. Either have the fucking restaurants open or don't. Stop pretending that putting on mask, sitting down at your table and then taking the mask off did fuck all. Ever. Even if the masks worked, if you don't wear them all the time, they fucking don't work. And stop fucking pretending that it mattered. So you walk inside, you need to have a mask, then you take it off whilst you fucking eat. If you go to the toilet, you need to put it back on, then you go sit back down, then you start eating again. As in, like, even at the height of pandemic, even when it was the worst in the world, either fucking have the restaurants shut or open. That's it. As long as some sort of food consumption was involved, you can't fucking pretend that those masks did anything if you take them off your face. And then you think you're like fucking morally virtuous or something. If you were that morally virtuous, you would fucking campaign for shutting those restaurants down in the first place. And now we're just, you know, on to the next thing. As if nothing happened. I mean, realistically, I think we need to look back at a year ago of ourselves or 2 years ago. And understand that we all kind of went a bit fucking, you know, mad. Or at least, well, vast majority of the people. Some went more mad than others, but I'm just saying. It was not normal. A fucking mental asylum. I don't know, firing nurses because they didn't want to take a vaccine. What kind of bullshit is that? And that's only in America, by the way. Especially. Well, mainly in America. And as it turns out, natural immunity is fucking like recognized in every country in the world except fucking America. And then you fire your nurses if they don't get vaccinated. What the fuck was that shit about? Just as an example. The nurse might have had the COVID 3 times, you still want to shove vaccine in her face. It's like none of that shit was normal. None of it. And that's why throughout this entire thing, you know, I didn't necessarily was like fully in one or another camp, but the most important thing that I saw is that people just became fucking animals to each other. Last summer, me and my friends couldn't get to eat an empty restaurant because we didn't have masks. There was none of us for... Yeah, exactly, that's the point. It makes absolute point. What do you think about this team for Korean's Challenger? 6-star and 3 Maulman, Longshot, Diablo, 5-star Void and She-Hulk. I would replace She-Hulk with Warlock or Ultron or something like that. Like, what are you gonna do with She-Hulk? Maulman can do Luke Cage quite well. Right? You have Void for Darkhawk. Old Man Logan is Void. Then we have Havoc, which ideally you want to bring in Ultron or Warlock for instance. But yeah, I'd replace She-Hulk with Ultron or Warlock, I think. Most likely. Just start my second grind for AA. Oh yeah, arena grinds are definitely boring. Pfizer CEO was skeptical and dismissive of mRNA vaccines, but when they saw the forecast and cash it brings, yeah, of course. And just look at it. Pfizer all of a sudden sponsors like 85% of the bloody news channels and news broadcasts and everything else. And also, just coincidentally, Pfizer was the most profitable company or medical company in the world last year. Also, all of a sudden, Pfizer are kind of like the good guys. Pfizer is one of the companies that... Pfizer, I think, has paid the most fines and settlement lawsuits in the history. Or what, somewhere up there. I don't remember exactly, but basically in one of these categories, Pfizer is leading like a champ by having to pay up billions over billions because of all sorts of weird lawsuits about bad shit that they did. And they were, and medical big pharma 3 years ago was like the least trusted industry in America, and Pfizer was like the least worst company of the least trusted industry is the best way to kind of characterize it, right? And all of a sudden, Pfizer is a household name. Nobody has issue on them, and they are sponsoring virtually every... Oh crap! No, I'm gonna lose this one. Pfizer are sponsoring virtually like every news channel and stuff like that. They fucking made bank, and I can guarantee you that a lot of policies and politicians made their decisions based on throwbacks from Pfizer, like how badly those vaccines were pushed on everyone and things like that. It's crazy, especially in America, much more so in America than many other countries in the world, because virtually every other country immediately recognized the fact that natural immunity works, like in Latvia, I don't know, Germany, everywhere else, like even in every other, or most of the other countries, I should say, because I don't know precisely, but I am fully well aware of ton of, you know, modern, popular, well-off countries that were strict on COVID, put in a lot of restrictions, but it was always either you're vaccinated or have a certificate that confirms that you have had the COVID, because they took natural immunity in play. So much of it was because of money, I can promise you that. Especially in America. 100%. Because not recognizing natural immunity on a governmental level basically puts you to be, I don't know, Ralphie in Simpsons. The guy that eats crayons and sniffs its own glue and is like, you know, fucking well behind the curve and everybody else. It's like the America, oh beautiful, but virtually only country in the world. Natural immunity? What's that? Never heard of it. Again, so much shit like that about the entire COVID thing. It just made such bullshit. After COVID, I have become so much more skeptical about everything that I hear from anyone. They're full of shit. She-Hulk was mainly for Luke Cage. Did not know Maul can do Luke. Yeah, Maul can do Luke, yeah. Because Maul can... You need to put 3 points in stand your ground. You need to put 3 points in stand your ground. And... then Mole Man can block the unblockables, basically. In reality, bring in Warlock and Ultron's only for one fight. Don't have... No, you also want to have Ultron for... Ultron or Warlock, ideally, for example, Cyclops, and a couple of other fights he can be quite useful. I'm a fan of Tucker Carlson, but I must say that all the cable news in USA, he's the only one. The thing about Tucker Carlson, he eats a lot of shit, and I do disagree with him on plenty of issues. But there are, again, plenty of issues that, yeah, he's right. You know, I do listen to him as well. Not like every day, but every now and then. And yeah, there are sometimes when I hear what he's saying and I'm like, oh, fuck off, man. But there are plenty of times I'm like, yeah, that is funny that nobody else is talking about this shit. Loving the Battleground Star matchup series. Brutal McMuffins. Just promise you will put the ones you lose as well. Well, the problem is here, Andy, because I lost against Muffins as well, but I played Muffins in the end about 12 times. I put in the first times I fought against those guys. Yeah? I put in the first times I fought against those guys. Because when you're up, high up in top, you only end up fighting like 4 different people a day maybe. And you fight them many times. You know what I mean? So McMuffins beat me once, but I beat him like 6 or 7 times. He can post a win against me, like I don't mind if he does, but it's kind of like one of those things. So for now, I have only done the first matchups I matched against those people. Because yeah, in reality, you know, I played Muffins many more times afterwards. Also, like for instance, Barrowman. Barrowman initially beat me 3 times in a row, pretty much. And then I beat Barrowman way more than that. And I have way more wins against Barrow than losses, but he did beat me the first times we fought. So I know what you mean, but it's very hard to do if I keep matching only the few people. What's up, Dr. Peg? How are you doing? How are you doing, Doctor? Best fights of the day compilation. We'll see what type. I do. Here's the thing: what I think how it's gonna happen, because if it turns out to be like super competitive, which I think it might be, I might not stream the competitive matches as much as I do now. When I stream, I might be doing friendlies with my subscribers and stuff like that, and restart tournaments and things. And then record the competitive fights and release them as videos or something like that. We'll see. We'll see how it works out, because it is much harder to stream. I noticed that I typically have far worse results when I stream compared to when I fight off stream, because you know, you have plenty of other things in your mind, and then you also naturally kind of want to look at the chat, and your concentration is not up there. So streaming and fighting battlegrounds is definitely a lot harder than just fighting battlegrounds. Also, there's the disadvantage when opponents see what I do, and then they can see what champions I ban, for instance. That can put me at disadvantage. I'm pretty good, played Enzo in Battlegrounds yesterday. Felt bad beating him. I feel good about beating him. Smack that Enzo bottom. Smack that Enzo bottom. I got 5-star Aegon Blade, got 1 skill awakening gem. I would go for Aegon. I would give them to Aegon. I would give the stones to Aegon. Just saying. Just saying. That's what I do. Yeah, I could try doing something like that. Yes, Alex, you're completely correct. So we'll see how we worked out. Nothing set in stone. But battlegrounds are awesome. But I'll definitely be streaming a lot of, like, you know, friendly stream stuff like that, where I can play battlegrounds with you. And I'd be mixing it up where we play with our actual rosters, and then where we play with 3-star ones. I know some of you might not have, like, you know, many ranked 3-stars, for instance, initially. But 3-stars are super cheap and easy to rank, and everybody has them. And then we could have, you know, pretty much equal footing there. Yeah, exactly. Community tournament possibilities also would be very, very cool. I'd absolutely love that. Yeah, man, the battlegrounds does have such a huge potential. I'm just praying to God Kabam doesn't fuck it up. I really am. I'm also not entirely happy with the scoring system right now, by the way. I do think that HP remaining should matter slightly more than it does now. But yeah, the rewards, obviously, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the rewards are too. Because the rewards can make or break the game mode. Hey, what's up, Slinger? How are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Well, let's clap it up. Well, let's clap it up. Oh, come on, really? Stupid Gamora. Really like your battleground content. Improves how much knowledge and skill you have in this game. Well, thank you, Dr. Peg. But again, I do think that people are overestimating me and my ability to play the game. I generally do feel that people are consistently overestimating me.
Shut up and take my money.
Let me just put it quite clear. I do not think I'm remotely as good as you think I am. I don't think I suck, but I think many people have far bigger impression of me than I do of myself. Hey, what's up, Kostya? How are you doing? Hello, everyone. Good and fit. Thanks, Kostya. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, they made me choose between them. Hold forever for next. But yeah, go with Aegon, man. I'd go with Aegon. But with the BG showing the prestige and not the overall PI, how do you understand if the opponent champions are rank 2 or 3? I don't. I don't even really care about it, to be honest. Rank 2 or 3 is only about 16% difference. Rank 2 and 3 is only about 16% difference. So, here's the thing. If you're going up against Sasquatch, it doesn't matter if it's rank 2 or 3. I never really particularly pay attention to that. I'll put it like that. Spend a big time of sleep time cleaning up chunks. Going to sleep last night, my son got sick. Ooh. Ooh, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Slinger. I hope your little one gets better, man. I hope your little one gets better. By the way, it really does. I knew this would separate the man from the boys. Where's he at? Well, I don't think he actually still plays this game at all, you know? He's on to different things, so that's that. I do find it funny how there are some people who were thinking that they are all that are unable to get close to top 50. I do find that interesting. But again, you know, for now it's just bait and they might not be trying. But I do know some people who are trying. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into shit talking yet. You need to let the real thing start, and you know, because there's gonna be far more competition and stuff like that. Like again, don't get me wrong. I don't think I will be able to get on top 3, for instance, when this actually goes live. I do expect there to be still better players who are unable to play this game mode or are not yet taking it seriously enough and stuff like that. But I will definitely give it a try. You're too modest? I don't think I am. I think I'm just being, you know, cautious, realistic. I do understand my limitations. That's the point. I do understand my weak sides and limitations, and I do also know clear aspects and things that I'm far worse at than many other people in this game. Was the legend run hard? No, it's not hard. Legend runs are not hard. Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, he was not doing well. Well, I can't handle puke. She starts gagging. So I did all the fun stuff. Yeah, my girlfriend's quite similar like that too. Okay. Roster. Yeah, exactly. No, well, here's the thing. I have said this for years. MCOC and let's say your overall prowess. Let's say if this would be some sort of football manager, and if you were to be characterized as a player with one number, that number would consist of 3 things. Number 1 is purely on your intellectual knowledge and awareness of interactions, champion abilities, things like that. Number 2 is your skill inside when the fight starts. How well you intercept, how well you know how to use each champion and stuff like that. And number 3 is obviously the total sum and effort plus money you have invested in your roster. All 3 of those things come together to kind of give you a player rating. I do believe that my roster is good. I don't think it's like particularly insanely amazing. I've seen way better ones, but I think my roster is good, and I do think I have a relatively decent amount of knowledge about the game. I do, however, believe that third point, the actual skill inside the fight, is something that I'm not particularly good at. That's the best explanation. I do think that my roster picks up some of the slack that my inability to play the game creates. And I do believe that my understanding of the game helps me out relatively well too. Are there any rewards? There will be, but not this week. There will be, but not this week. Oh yeah, and fast decision making makes a huge difference too. Ability to process information fast is quite important. Ability to process information is quite important. Absolutely correct, Matt. But yeah, I absolutely love this game mode because it does put all of those things together in one bundle. Do you think we should have gotten 3 tier 6 basic 3? Well, I think we should have gotten the generic rank up gem though. That's what I think. But no, I do think why they made the class gem, because here's the thing. Obviously, the generic one is much better, and I'd love the generic, but that's not my main problem with this entire situation. There is a good argument to why class gem just made things more interesting. And let me explain to you that. Oh crap, I'm gonna lose this one. Let me explain to you this one. Haha, he didn't kill me. The class gem made things more interesting because if that was a generic one, I knew 100% for instance what I would do. If that was a generic rank up gem, I knew this is a champion that's going up. And in my case, it'd be Nimrod. Now, I need to take a look at science class. No, actually, I need to. So I take a look at science class, and I'm not sure. I might maybe do Overseer. Maybe I might do Mr. Fantastic. But either way, both of those choices would be something that I would not rank up otherwise early. I would eventually maybe rank up them, but definitely it's not my first 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 rank ups. You know? If I land on skill, I might take up Nick Fury, which is most likely. Probably going to be Nick Fury. Again, Nick Fury is a champion that I would have ranked, but probably not as my first 5 or 6. Maybe, but I'm not too sure. The point is that because it's a class gem, you will be able to, not able to, but you will be pushed to do rank ups you otherwise wouldn't have. And we're going to see many, many, many more interesting fights and matchups and rank ups than we would otherwise. You know what I mean? I do understand definitely all the arguments against it, and I would prefer obviously generic one and stuff like that. And my biggest issue with the rewards though is 7.4 rewards. I think Act 7 rewards are fine. I think 7.4 rewards are absolutely rubbish. And I do think we deserve more rank 4 materials. As long as I would have waited 1 week. Yeah, I know. I would have too. I would have to rank it. Yeah, that special 3 was weak as shit. Especially when BG gives you 5 seconds to make. Oh, the first defender pick. They definitely need to increase that timer. The very first defender pick. I have had, you know, it randomly plays a defender for me like, I don't know, 7, 8 times right now. It's just too short. It is too short, man. Glad I made it interesting for me, and I need to explore 7.4 before it... Yeah, exactly. It made it interesting for a lot of people. And I can appreciate that. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying that it's different. And we're gonna see many rank ups we wouldn't otherwise have seen because of it. And my 5-star rank 5C monkey has been doing nice. Very good job, Slinger. Very good. Eye balance. 6200. Oh, fair play. The 7.4 talk, as you said, the chapter words below expedition, but exploration. Yeah, exactly. 7.4 is exactly the same as 7.3, which makes absolutely no sense. I think that's the first time ever in the history of any act that they haven't increased chapter rewards. But yeah, no, I can also understand why Alex did it, because he absolutely loves Torch and like fair play. But, you know, I still probably would have waited. Come on. Wasn't 7.2 exact same before they added the 7.2, well, but they added, that's the point, they added the stuff. And besides, I do think that 7.2 had also an extra 25% selector or something like that. It wasn't a huge increase, but it's still an increase. And most importantly, they did add the rank 4 materials. The point is they have not added anything now. Come on, let's clap it down. Ooh, that was juicy. Juicy Smollett. That story also cracked me up. About Juicy. Ay. Right, let's get to that 1.5 million or whatever million mark we're at here. Oh, we're at 1.6. Okay, I guess we're going to 2 million then. No, wait, we're not going to 2 million. I'll not let that happen. We're just gonna do this fight round and that's it. Come on, let's slap and clap. Slap and clap. Who's your next potential rank up? You mean to rank 3? You mean to rank 3? Or rank 4? Six-star AA cutoff is... I don't think it's going to be super high. I think it's going to be relatively high. I think, I don't know, around 60 million, something like that. Not that brutally high. Finally, some Furies in. Come on then. His red numbers bypass safeguard. Yes, I think so. No, wait. Here's the thing. His red numbers are dependent on how much actual damage you deal. Basically, they are up to 100%, 120% of your hit damage. So they do technically bypass safeguard, but only by tiny bit because Herc's red numbers are dependent on his damage they deal. So if you hit for 1000, then they will do 1200 damage, for instance. Yeah, it does look like 7.4 is going to give us 12 tier 5 basics, which is quite okay. And 24 tier 2 alphas, which I hoped would be more. And I'm short on tier 2 alphas, honestly. Tier 2 alphas is like my biggest problem right now. Give me more tier 2 alphas. You bloody folk. Give me more tier 2 alphas. Come on, let's use these already. I need to get some score here. It's kind of like Domino. Domino's incinerate damage is on her heavy attack, if she's synergized up, is based on the damage she deals with the heavy attack. So if you don't deal a lot of damage, she can't put in a lot of incinerate. That kind of makes sense, I hope. My next rank 3. I have a few options. I need to take a skill champion to rank 3, so I'm thinking in between Hitmonkey, Black Widow, Deadly Origins, or Massacre at the moment. One of the three. And I also want to rank up Yellow Jacket to rank 3. He's at rank 2 already. I do want to rank up Yellow Jacket to rank 3. I've been thinking about it for a while. Quite sweet. Come on. Clap it in there. Clap it in there. Hey, you know what? Oh, look at that. There's gonna be a new champion here. 4-star lady. Didn't have her as a 4-star. Got some decorating time for you. Alright, see you in a bit. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Arena crystals, come on. Put in some units. Oh, come on, where's the units? Starts 15 units, really? 15 units. Yeah, sorry about the delay on that. I will be making video about alternative paths on Abyss. Thank you for the reminder. I actually have quite a few videos I need to make today. Well, I hope to put out several vids. But yeah, I will be making video on that. I'll be making video on that. Okay, here's the thing. Crazy cat person. Yikes. Somebody's been flying high. Actually want to see crazy cat person. XK9. Look legit. Okay. One match, regardless. Win or lose. One match. One match, if I can find one. Because I really do struggle finding matches. I really do struggle finding matches. Leader of XK9. Well, apparently she's crazy cat person. Cats are cool though. I like cats. I like dogs too. Oh, Matt, can you send me a link to that channel? I might be interesting to check out the channel then. I'm always interested in hearing the opinion of genuinely skilled players. Not pseudo-skilled players, but genuinely skilled players. So I definitely would want to see that crazy cat person in action. If I can't find match in, I don't know, 5 minutes, then I'm gonna leave it there. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. No, that was not a dig at you. That was not a dig at you. I watch your videos too. Here's the thing: a lot of people don't not understand, but realize. I watch many more people than most realize, and a lot of people who don't think I watch their videos, I actually do. I just don't comment. I pretty much never ever comment on YouTube videos, or hardly ever. But your lines get so much glory. Do okay. Red Bull in the AM. When you're out of coffee. Can I post link? You just send it to me online. You will not be able to post a link here. YouTube is gonna snag you off. Yeah, I also do lurk in live streams quite often. That is also accurate. That is also accurate. Come on! No comment on videos. Puta madre! Come on! Match! Kurva je perdole! O ti svoloč! Pizduljej! Padauza. Chin chin. You bloody excrement. Latvian. One of the words wasn't Latvian. Yes, there were some Polish, Russian words. I think Spanish swear. Something else. Send the link. Thanks. I think if I remember right, I have to put subtitles on it. Why? What language is it? Oh, some bit of native. There is a mix of different languages, yes. to whom you are cursing. Matchmaking algorithm, obviously. Give me a bleeping match. That's who I'm cursing at. No, not Kabam in general. Specifically matchmaking right now. Hongchi, how are you doing? How are you doing, Hongchi? Ach du Sauge. Ach du Sauge. Portuguese. Okay, fair enough. How would you like to see matchmaking changed? I think they just need to increase the radius of variants of champions in each match. I think right now it will not give you match at all unless you're like within, I don't know, 50 points or something like that. I think they need to double or triple it and, you know, increase obviously the points for wins and losses. Kind of like an alliance war. Like if you do get matched against high alliance, if you do get matched against high alliance, you know, you can win less points, but you lose much more if you do end up losing. I think they need to increase that and also increase the variants that you can match. Otherwise, yeah, like for several days in a row, I often can't get matched for hours and hours in. Just because I'm relatively high on the leaderboard all the time, and, you know, unless one of these specific 8 people are actively looking for match or something like that, I can't get a match. And I only can match only like 4 or 5 people. Like you can see out of all of the people. So I fought Mafioso, Bero, Sete, McMuffins, Bittersteel. That's 5 people. Fenico, 6. And then Rest and Legacy, 7. And that's it. And that's a lot of variants. 7 people out of all of these matches. And it's like 20 some matches, right? And that's a lot. Normally it's only 4 or 5 people that I can fight. Normally it's only 4 or 5 people that end up fighting like in the entire streak. This time I had 7. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that if I'm gonna match somebody, I'm gonna play. First of all, it's hard matching somebody. Then I'm gonna match one, and if I want to keep on playing, I'm pretty much guaranteed to match that same person for the next several matches. Keep losing to Null anywhere. Any tips? What exactly are you struggling against Null? I don't think it's particularly hard to fight. You can play Arena while you're searching for matches to come? Oh, I did not know that. Did not know that, but it's okay. I said I'll wait about 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes passed, so fine. It can't get a match again, then it can't get a match. Yeah, exactly. It's not like a person whose number like 15 leaderboard is gonna get destroyed by top 5. That's exactly my point. And even then, you know, the person who's top 5 would hardly get any points for beating somebody like 50 or 100 and stuff like that. You just need to be able to match more people. Honestly, it's such a big, like, that is absolutely ruining my experience right now. Because, yeah, yesterday, on a stream, I could get 1 match within 30 minutes. And before that stream, I had to wait 2 hours or so plus to get a single match. After this week is over, Battlegrounds go away for 2 weeks. Coming back in April for 1 month, then it's going away. We don't know for how long, probably 1 or 2 months, and then coming back permanently. So that's the schedule. Battlegrounds goes away on Monday for 2 weeks. Then new update comes, April. Battlegrounds coming back for entire month of April. After April, it goes away for 1 or 2 months, probably. And then it comes back permanently. But either way, that will just be about it for today's stream. Inverted controls, is there a way to prevent? Yes, inverted controls works the same way as Quake does. If you are throwing a special attack, when that timer would expire, inverted controls do not trigger. Yeah? So, that's number 1. Number 2, don't let him throw special 1. Push him special 2. 2 ways I typically deal with now. You can prevent inverted controls by throwing a special attack when inverted controls would be set to trigger, which is kind of iffy. And ideally, you do not want opponent to roll level 1 at all. Alternatively, you can use Hulks with Overseer synergy. They're immune to inverted controls. Kitty Pryde with MCOC synergy, I think, is immune to inverted controls, and a whole bunch of other champions now are immune to inverted controls. Thanks, synergies. Either way, that's about it. Auf Wiedersehen, meine liebe Augustine. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I will be back later today. Enjoy your Friday. Much love. Many kisses and hugs and all that other stuff if you're into it. If not, then I will just offer you an approving nod. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next month. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next